Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Andrea. I know I haven't posted in a while. That's because I've been super lazy. But today's topic I really wanted to talk about writing and the way people criticize your writing and everything that's wrong in the world with what they have to say about you and your writing and whatever it is that's going on. Okay, so in my sophomore year, I submitted to this lit magazine that basically bashed what I was saying. They didn't criticize; they completely bashed. So what happened was I submitted an 8-verse poem, and 4 of those lines were crossed out. I don't crossing out lines since when is that okay? Since never. Yeah, that's one. Since never. Anyways, now I find it funny, but then I took it personally because everything a writer writes, usually, more like 80% of the time, it's straight from here, the heart, straight. So when you just completely bash someone on what they have to say and their personal insecurities and feelings, like this was a poem that I wrote about my insecurities, about my feelings, and I had, I basically prostituted it out to the world. And I did that and got bashed for it. And so basically, they crossed out 4 of my 8 lines. They wrote, quote unquote, "This is not okay," next to my line. And then they, on the other side, on the left hand side, they were like, "Oh, this is a cool line." And then they, on the other side, they were like, "Oh, well, you should change this and this and this and this." And it wasn't just the criticism. It wasn't criticism. This was straight up bashing. I wish I could show you this a picture of my writing, because I turned it in to my teacher to complain about it because I was really upset about this. But basically, they just reworded everything I had to say, and so I actually decided I'm gonna rewrite my poem, like they want me to, just so I can see what the big changes are. So I took out 4 of those lines, I changed everything I had to say, and I reread it, and I wrote it, and I reread it, and I realized I wasn't the person who wrote this. Somebody else wrote this. This is not me. This is not what I had to say. This is totally different from what I wanted to say. And so I was really upset about that, and I showed my teacher, brought the 2 copies. I was like, "Listen, I know this is student run and that this is all done in groups, but please, please, please teach your students how to criticize people and not bash them." And he said to me, "Well, this is criticism. It's, it's stuff you grow from." No, completely changing what a writer has to say. It's like going and over an artist's work, erasing half the painting and painting what you want to see. Painting what you want to think, and then writing, "This is not okay," or "This is not right." Nobody wrote on anyone's art. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, but it's disrespectful. It's so, it violates the person's feelings. It makes them feel like what they have to say is invalid. And I know what I have to say isn't invalid because it's my feelings. I mean, moral of the story is, don't settle for less. There are so many different journals, lit magazines, whether it's in your school, whether it's out of school, whether you're still in high school and stuff like that, because I know I am. And just, honestly, don't settle. Do not settle. There are so many people who want to read your writing and who are gonna think this is great, and I'm gonna give you actual criticism. Maybe change the flow of this, maybe change, the way you're saying this to make it better. No. What happened to me was not criticism. And when this happens to you, because it's gonna happen to every writer, you're gonna know. You're gonna straight up know what they just told me was completely bashing what I had to say. It wasn't helping me whatsoever. So it's completely fine to disregard that. Throw it out into the trash. Does not matter what they have to say. It is completely your decision if you want to submit this or not. Because in the end, If the editor does not like what you have to say, it's your decision if you want to stick to what you have to say, or make some alterations, or completely change what you have to say for somebody else's view. Although I don't recommend doing that, because, again, it's probably your feelings, your emotions, what you have to say, so don't settle for less. Anyways, I'm probably going to be doing more videos and such things like that, more fun videos, not so serious like this. So, like, subscribe, follow, whatever.